Oh, here, look.
Yeah.
That says kids' treasure.
At the South Shore Genealogy Center in the nearby town of Lunenburg, Charles Barkhouse and investigative journalist Randall Sullivan may have just found an important clue connecting the Oak Island mystery to the 17th century pirate Captain William Kidd.
One of the things that was kind of curious on the map is they list Kidd's treasure. It was written in pen right there. Even back then, they believed that Captain Kidd's treasure was buried on Oak Island. It was obviously recognized as a treasure site by the mapmaker even.
During the late 17th century, Captain William Kidd became notorious for attacking and looting merchant ships from the Caribbean Sea to the Indian Ocean. In 1699, he was finally arrested and sent to England, where he stood trial for piracy and was sentenced to death. Despite a desperate plea for clemency by offering to trade his life in exchange for a mysterious treasure which he claimed was buried somewhere east of Boston, Kidd was hanged on May 23, 1701. Is it possible that Captain William Kidd was really the man behind the Oak Island mystery? Are the countless legends connecting Oak Island to pirates and pirate gold really true after all?
You know, you're looking in the McGinnis file for Daniel McGinnis because, you know, he's supposedly one of the original finders of the money pit. Now, there's various spellings of McGinnis. So there's MC.
Here's the McGinnis. Here's the McGinnis.
Oh, you got a McGinnis?
Yeah. It's a book. Western Shore, Gold River, Martins Point Communities. Let's ask him if we can take a look at that.
There's a listing of a book here.
Oh, wonderful, yes. Right over here.
Okay. There's a story of this ancient sailor. He's on his deathbed, and he's relating this story of him being a member of Captain Kidd's crew.
It was published on December 20th, 1863, and subsequently by a member of the Oak Island Association, who said that more than a century before, an old man died in what was then known as the British, oh my God, I didn't realize, as the British colony of New England, who on his deathbed confessed to having been one of the crew of the famous Captain Kidd, and assured those who attended him in his last moments that he had many years previously assisted that noted pirate and his followers in burying over $2 million in money beneath the soil of a secluded island east of Boston.
$2 million in buried treasure? In 1804, while digging in the money pit, searchers from the Onslow Company found a large, smooth stone slab at a depth of 90 feet. On it were strange carvings, which when later translated, read, 40 feet below, 2 million pounds are buried. Could the markings on the so-called 90-foot stone be evidence that the old sailor's deathbed confession was true? Is Captain William Kidd's treasure really buried at the bottom of the Oak Island money pit?
One of the problems with Oak Island, from a writer-researcher's point of view, is that the historical record is scant. There are bits and pieces that you can hold on to, but it's a process of putting pieces together and try to find out whatever I can that would be worth all this work. Well, I mean, it's fascinating. It's, you know, and I'm glad we made the trip, but it's like added one more layer of...
It's fascinating and exasperating at the same time.
It is.
You know, so I guess you got your work cut out for you.
I don't have to solve it. I just have to tell the story.
Well,